Good afternoon, dear Wilbur. How are you?
Good afternoon, Father Joseph. I am good, and you?
Very well, thank you. I beg your pardon that there was a phone call, but now I am ready to answer your questions.
Okay, okay. Welcome to the interview, which will be about the educations. Okay. First, I
Yes?
will introduce myself. My name is William Aro Ticona. I am a student of 8th cycle of the program of studies in education, especially in English at the
Yes.
I.E.S.P.P. ALIANZA ICHUñA Belgica. Okay. Now, let's start with the interview.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes?
Yes.
You are
Okay,
very welcome.
okay, thank you so much, Father. Okay, the first question is, how is education in Belgium?
Yeah. Belgium has always had a very good reputation for its level of education, formation, no? Especially in the transfer of knowledge. But the last years, the students are losing some places in the international rankings due to a lot of discussions of about pedagogical items in education.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay, the next question is, what are the different levels of education in Belgium?
In Belgium, we have, like in Peru, the different levels, yeah, 5 levels of education. Primary education, primary school, secondary school, and higher non-university and university level. And finally, also the postgraduate level. Yeah, also like in Peru, but the secondary school of 6 years, the formation, instead of 5, like it is in Peru.
Yes, yes. Okay. The next question is, what teaching methodology are used in Belgium?
Mainly, we are familiar with active methods, participative methods, in which knowledge is gathered individually, but also in groups. There's a lot of importance to discussing groups, to learning groups, to um, interchanging groups, you know.
Yes, yes, it's interesting the levels of education. Okay. And the next question is, what subjects are taught in Belgian schools?
Um, Mostly it's the same, generally in which nation you are with courses focused on knowledge transfer, language skills, mathematics, science, history, geography, philosophy, social education, and religion. And like I said before, it's very important to have um, knowledge following processes of groups in classroom.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but those teams are the most important.
Yes, okay. The next question is, What are the main differences between the education system in Belgium and in Peru?
Uh, it's a little bit difficulties to say um, an opinion about this question. It is not so easy. But I think that methods like this one from Paulo Freire from Brazil have a lot of applications in which the students themselves look up a lot and process always it among themselves. They are looking for answers, and the teacher is giving some files to follow, like an investigation in individual and in groups. And you can call it a very large democratical and participative system. Everyone is important, and all together are important to progress altogether also. Yeah?
Yes, this is the important the characteristic. Okay. The next question is education free or church or does it have a cost?
Uh, in my country, education is free. Yeah? Um, Only at the university there is an annual registration fee to be paid, but once in a year. Yeah? And always kept socially affordable. Yeah?
Yes.
It's possible to everyone. It's not so high. Yeah? And who is able to have the studies can be following the courses in the areas you want. Yeah? So there are a lot of opportunities for everyone who likes to follow studying. Yeah, the state is helping very well, very a lot. Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. The last question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you very well, but I don't see you.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
it's possible that the communication or the internet now is very strong.
Uh, yes. Okay, Padre.
Yeah.
Then,
Okay, I see you again. I see you again. Very well.
okay, okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. What do you think about the importance of learning English in Peruvian schools?
Of course, it's but very important to study the English language also in Peru because it gives very opportunities local and also international. Yeah, I believe that there is growing focus on language skills in education in Peru. It's very well. Uh, this seems to me to be a very positive development and opens up many perspectives on international cooperation and in a lot of areas of society. Yeah, Mm, there is a lot of possibility learning English, and every time it's more important. You have a great mission, dear teacher.
Yes, it's important in teaching about about your students. Okay. The next question is how do you think the cultural context influences to the way English is taught?
It's a very good question for because it is true that language teaching should pay close attention to the cultural context, the local language, and the urban or rural character. Therefore, we have to look connections with the local culture situation, the values of the parents and their communities, also the connection to nature, agriculture, and the very important local rituals. Every month there are some ones, and it's very important to participate and also to introduce them in the language process of learning language English.
Okay, okay, Father. Okay. The next question is, what do you sorry. How important is exposure to native speakers in improving English?
Of course, this is very important. A very great importance, but English language newspapers, films, and literary text can also be a very good source of learning for learning to understand the language as it occurs in these own language areas. Now, there is a lot of possibilities, and you have to use them.
Okay, Padre. Okay. The next question is, what do you think are the most important skills that students should learn in English classes?
I think it is very important that students acquire word knowledge, sin knowing the right names. Yeah, it's very important to have them because it's the beginning. Knowing new words. After grammar, the right forms to use to speak. Yeah, the structure of the language, and also to learn to dialogue in the new language, in English in this case. And of course, don't forget to produce your own texts. Every student can make his own text and of course have small lectures in the classroom. Very active, very nice interactive method.
Okay. The next question is, how important is it for students to be in contact with native speakers when learning English?
Um, like I said, also answering your other questions, it is very important to have this language knowledge in your in direct contact with people who speak English and use it on a daily basis. Yeah, Uh, and more you have this context, better is it in all the process of learning English.
Okay, Padre, it's important your opinion. And the next question is, what do you think of the current methods of teaching English in Peruvian schools?
Um, Let me say that I am very happy that generally in all the schools, the English language and learning English every time it is more important. There is a growing importance in Peru to the knowledge of the English language. In addition, it was recently announced with the national celebration that we had, the 28th, that there will be important support from the national government in the acquisition of English in education. And there is a gift that will be done to each center of education. To me, it's a very, very positive development.
Okay. The next question is what impacts do standardized tests have on English language teaching?
I think it is very important. Why? Because it's a good thing that efforts are being made to ensure respect for the correct language teaching according to the standards of the recognized language academy. So I think this is a good thing. But at the same time, the individuality of each center, institute, college should also be addressed. Yeah, and you have to respect the individuality of every center of education, but also respect the structure of the language done from the academy of language. In this case, the English language.
Okay. The next question is how can teachers better support students who are having difficulty with English?
First of all, listening to them. Yeah, why do they have difficulties? Some whilst there is a problem, an emotional problem, a familiar problem, a problem in the community. Someone has past problems in relationship. That's a factor. And it seems important to me that you listen to these students and first knowing the reason of the difficulties and then asking no pardon afterwards looking for a solution, and there are fixed schedules for this, but the most important thing is the relationship teacher student, looking for the problem. Is it emotionally? Is it a problem of structure of the language? Looking for the method
Okay. And the last question is what advice would you give to someone who wants to master English?
to me, it seems very important that it should first of all, gain sufficient experience in teaching the English language and gradually look for further educational opportunities, such as a master project or other projects. And I am sure that you will find them, that you will progress in this English language. And I wish you every possible success, dear Wilder. Yeah, congratulations and go ahead to a great professional mission.
Okay,
Yeah,
Fadel, thank you so much for
and
the interview.
I hope to meet you someday.
Okay, thank you so much.